Saturday morning mountain air so cold it stings your nose, and all I can think is something's wrong. I round the bend, expecting to see the old family cabin quiet, maybe a little overgrown, the way it always looks when I haven't visited in too long. But right there, sitting bold as brass in the driveway, is a Toyota Camry I don't recognize. Curtains hang in the windows, someone else's taste. Smoke is curling out of the chimney. For a split second, I actually double-check if I'm at the right house. This is the place where my mom made chicken soup every winter, where my dad taught me to ski, my family's spot, my inheritance. And now there's this nagging sense I've stepped into the wrong version of my own life. I walk up to the porch, heart thudding hard. Before I can knock, the door swings open, and there he is, late 50s hair, perfectly slicked back, navy HOA polo, standing in my doorway like he's the sheriff of the whole mountain. He says, "Can I help you?" This is private property. His tone makes it clear he thinks I'm the trespasser. I tell him my name, tell him I own this house. He just nods, unbothered. "Cool as you please, Mr. Howard. I was wondering when you'd show up." Inside the living room is all wrong. My family photos gone, my stuff boxed up somewhere, strangers' furniture in its place. The man launches into some legalese about abandoned property, HOA bylaw, this section, that emergency preservation measures, like he's reading lines from a play. I ask about my belongings. "In storage," he says. "Most of them. Every word is calculated safe rehearsed. Bureaucracy is a shield." He tells me they sent notice certified mail multiple times. He says, "I know for a fact I never got anything." His hands stay clasped, his stance never wavers. It's like he's been waiting for this confrontation, and he's already written his testimony. Through the window I spot a woman, his wife, I guess, moving in my kitchen, using the cabinets my mom once painted white. My blood starts to boil, but I clamp down on it. This isn't a fight I can win with a raised voice. I ask for documentation. He gives me that bland, polite smile, says to submit a formal request during HOA business hours. Dismissed from my own house. If I blow up here, he wins. He's counting on me to make a scene, so I just nod and back away, mind already racing. As I walk to my car, I spot a gray plastic lockbox on the porch, property management sticker slapped on like this was ever a rental. Driving away, it all hits me. The road to the cabin is a private easement deeded in my name. Only way in or out. No HOA jurisdiction. And I'm a data analyst by trade. I live for patterns, details, loopholes. Mendoza picked the wrong absentee owner this time. Back in Denver, I start pulling threads. Emails from the HOA, 23 over 2 years. Most ignored because life gets in the way, but now I look closer. It's a steady escalation. Overgrown grass fence needs paint. Unapproved modifications. All the little things that stack up until suddenly abandonment seems plausible on paper. The last notice references emergency measures, but when I check the bylaw, he's skipped every required step. No certified mail, no proper hearings, nothing on record. USPS scan history proves it. No certified letters, not a single one. Then I check my tax records. The most recent statement went to my Denver address, but the one before. Someone changed it, sent it to the cabin itself. Not my doing. And the real kicker, property taxes have been paid on time for 18 months, but not from my account. He wanted to build a false trail, make it look like someone else was acting as owner. So I start looking for others. Eagle Ridge Estates has 67 homes, 12 absentee owners. 5 of us got hit with compliance issues in the last 3 years, an oddly high number. Digging through local complaints, I find a name, Stephanie Patel, former board member. She tried to raise questions about the HOA's missing reserve funds and got forced out for her trouble. We meet for coffee. She's got a manila folder packed with evidence stories of projects that never happened, money that vanished, violation notices targeting the same handful of non-residents. One case stands out. Eleanor Vance, elderly, living in Florida, her cabin abandoned, board vote backdated, strangers found living there after she died. It's a pattern. Mendoza wasn't being creative, just careful. Take over from those least likely to fight back. I bring all this to Judith Watson, a tough-as-nails real estate attorney. She lays out my options: blow it up now, or collect everything and move when there's nowhere left for Mendoza to hide. I choose patience. The turning point is that dirt road, a detail almost forgotten. It's a private easement, part of my deed. No public access, no HOA say, Judith tells me to install a gate, put up cameras, document every step. Now, every time Mendoza or his wife cross that road, they're trespassing on my land. Gate goes up, steel frame, electronic lock, solar camera recording every second. Mendoza threatens me with fines, claims it's an unauthorized structure. I shoot back with property record surveys, legal citations. He tries again with a letter about community aesthetics. Still no certified mail. Nothing that would hold up in court. Meanwhile, the camera records everything. Mendoza, stopping at the gate, reading the signs, retreating. Weeks go by, 127 documents compiled, every photo-video timeline cross-checked. Judith submits everything to the sheriff. The day we drive up together, me, Judith, and Deputy Ortiz, it feels like I'm finally getting my house back. Mendoza opens the door, tries the same script, but the law is standing next to me this time. Deputy asks for proof of right to be there, deed, lease, anything. Mendoza has nothing. Ortiz cuffs him on the spot. Word travels fast. The HOA community calls an emergency meeting. Homeowners demand answers about the missing reserve fund secret board votes and how one man could take so much for so long. Mendoza's removed from the board. A financial audit is ordered. Cooperation with law enforcement is voted through. The audit finds $47,000 missing, with thousands paid to Mendoza's brother for phantom maintenance. The civil suits stack up. In the end, Mendoza and his wife take a plea, probation, community service, restitution, public apology, posted on the HOA's website. They're done. Their power stripped, their names permanently stained in public record. The system begins to heal. Annual audits, real accountability, no more unchecked authority. I clean up the cabin. New paint, new floors. Most of my parents' things gone, but the few pieces that matter, my dad's old chair, a couple family photos, stay. I finally feel at home again. Stephanie visits, brings neighbors. We barbecue, share stories, watch the sun go down over the ridge. The new HOA board asks me to join. I say no. My fight wasn't about power, it was about making sure power couldn't be abused like that again. The gate stays not out of paranoia, but as a quiet reminder. Every time I drive through, I remember what it took: patience, documentation, the refusal to let anger take the wheel. There's a lesson in all this one that only sank in after months of chasing my own justice. When someone in power starts bending the rules, don't rush in swinging. Document everything. Trust the slow grind of the system, flawed as it is. Let the facts speak when the time is right. Mendoza didn't lose because I was smarter. He lost because he thought no one would ever care enough to fight back, to read the fine print, to check that one little detail nobody else bothered with. As the mountain night settles in and the last of the light fades, I know this for sure. This is my home. Took 18 months, a steel gate, and a mountain of paperwork, but it was always mine. And if you're still listening, I want to hear your thoughts. Where do you draw the line between justice and revenge? Ever had to fight for something that was yours from the start? Drop your stories below. Maybe, just maybe, your detail is the one that changes everything.